Good morning, everybody. Welcome, my friends. Today, now we will go to Platyhelminthes parasites. The most important parasite is called as Taenia solium, and this parasite goes to phylum Platyhelminthes, class Cystoda, Eucystoda, Cyclophilidia, type Taenia, and type Solium. Genus is the type. So it is one of the most important endoparasite of human intestine. So this Platyhelminthes means platy means flattened, helminthes means worms. Platyhelminthes. This is called as flattened worms. So which is also called as ribbon tapeworm. It is also commonly called as ribbon tapeworm. So this parasite, when we look, it is an elongated like a ribbon, segmented, creamish white in color, and dorsoventrally flattened. So this parasite, it is a hermaphroditic animal, hermaphroditic parasite. Hermaphroditic parasite means both sex organs are present in the same individual. So these organs are arranged alternate segments. So this tapeworm, Taenia solium, it is the very most important common endoparasite of man. So where it is found, those who are eaten by the flesh of pig, eaten by is as a food. Those who are eaten flesh of pork or pig. So particularly it is found in the mammalians mostly, and when we see this parasite, body is divided into three regions. The most anterior prominent part is called as scolex. It is commonly called as head. And the second one is the below the scolex, neck is present, and below the neck, which is continuously followed by a strobila, is there. This is the strobila or body segmentation. Now see the Taenia solium of the first part, the most prominent anterior end of the part is scolex. And in this cone-like projection is present. It is called as rostellum. The rostellum, around this rostellum, there are two rows of hooks are present, which are arranged alternately. The hooks are arranged alternately near approximately, I think these are approximately, there are 32 hooks are present, which are arranged alternately, and which is continuously followed on the surface of this head region. 4 suckers are present. These are looks like a cup shaped cup saucer, that is called as cup saucers, like this. and which are both of these hook side rostrum and suckers are for the purpose of attachment to the host intestine, which are continuous attachment to the host intestine. So these are the suckers and these are the hooks around the rostrum. These are arranged alternately, large hooks and small hooks. So now scolex, when we see this scolex, it is a small pin-headed like structure and arises most anterior part of the end of the part of the body. So it is a pin-headed like structure or 0.5 microns diameter, and below the scolex there is a small narrow tube like structure is called as neck. Neck, the role is only a small and narrow duct like shaped, and this is called as neck region. Below the neck, strobila. How it is possible? When the neck is produces number of segments like a linear series which can be produced. This is the neck. Below the neck there is a number of segments are producing continuously. So these are nearly approximately 850 segments producing continuously. So when the below the neck there are 200 to 300 immature proglottids. When the neck is producing number of proglottids or segments, it goes to the posterior vein. It continuously goes to the posterior vein. So this is the anterior end, this is the posterior end. So the anterior end of the neck, below the neck region, this is the anterior end, which are, there are 200 to 300 segments, immature segments. Immature segments means not well developed reproductive organs. Below the immature, mature proglottids are there, which are, there are 2 to 250 segments. These are fully mature segments. Sexual organs and sexual reproductive systems are well developed. And below the mature proglottids, so in the mature proglottids there are fully developed male and female reproductive organs and reproductive systems. The male consists of testis, vasa efferentia, vasa differentia. This is the genital arterium. This is a common monopole, and this is the testis. These are all the testis, and vasa differentia, vasa efferentia, and glands. Everything is present in the male reproductive organs, while female reproductive system also ovary, ovisacs, oviduct, common oviduct, adrenal glands, urethra, and all these are the present in the female reproductive organs and systems. So below the mature proglottids, third one is the last one is the gravid proglottids or right proglottids. So these are the gravid proglottids. These gravid proglottids are in which the uterus is present, which are arises lateral branches like finger-like folds are present. Both sides of the uterus, lateral branches like finger-like folds are present, and in which the fertile eggs are stored. In which the fertile eggs are stored. So these eggs are fulfilled in the uterus, and in the uterus then they will become a bag or sac-like structures or enlarge in sizes, while because the the fertilized eggs are stored. There are so many, some thousands of eggs are stored in the uterus. So at a time there are 2 to 3 or 2 to 3 to 4 like this. These gravid proglottids are, they are cut off from the body of strobila, or body segmentation, are cut off from the mother's body. This process is called as apolysis. They are detached from the mother's body. They are cut off from the mother's body. They are at a time 2 to 3 proglottids, 2 to 3 segments. They are cut off from the mother's body. So finally, the cut off of the segments or proglottids, there comes into the human intestine to the rectum part. Finally, the human, when he was sent outside fecal matter from his body along with the gravid proglottids to the outside from his body, the host body. The host will be sent outside from his body along the fecal matter. Which one? These gravid proglottids. So this is the only morphology of Taenia solium. This is only the morphology of Taenia solium. Now its life cycle. This is the endoparasite, and it is a digestive parasite. It involves in 2 hosts. Its life cycle is depends on 2 hosts. Its life cycle involves in 2 hosts. That is the first and final host is man, and the second host is the pig. So this type of life cycle is involving 2 hosts is called as digestive parasite. So now this parasite is, when the parasite is present inside the host intestine, and here it will be undergoes copulation, male and female sex organs are present in each segments in the mature proglottids. So it is a hermaphroditic animals. Both organs are present, both systems are present in the same individual, and these are arranged alternately, and it will be takes cross fertilization, self fertilization due to the folding of strobila. After fertilization, the male penis is erected and inserted into female vagina. Here the sperms are transmitted into the vagina, and through this vagina, from the vagina to the vesicles, that is the seminal vesicles, seminal receptacles to the reaches into the oviduct. From the ovary, the ovaries comes from the ovisacs to ovaries, ovaries to ova, comes into the oviduct. Fully matured ovaries comes into the oviduct. Here both the combines together to form by the combines, and here the fertilization maybe takes place. Here the fertilization maybe takes place. After fertilization, fertilized eggs are formed. After fertilization, fertilized eggs are formed. That is called as zygote. So this fertilized eggs are passes into the vitelline glands due to the secretion of hormones, secretion of the glands. Why? Because after some time these eggs are having a outer covering of the body is called as egg capsules or yolk shells and shell. So these are passes into the from the ootype into directly passes into the lateral branches of the uterus of the gravid proglottids or right proglottids. So here there are some thousands of the eggs are passes into the uterus. Now finally, these gravid proglottids are, when it is fulfilled with the fertilized eggs, near about approximately there are 10,000 eggs are passes into the each gravid proglottids. And now these gravid proglottids are becoming enlarged in sizes, like pouches, like bags, like sacks, and like these are, there are 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 2 to 1, 1 like this. They are cut off from the body of Taenia, mother's body. So this process is called as apolysis. So the cutoff of the proglottids are, they will be comes into the human intestine, into the rectum. From in the intestine to rectum, already the manure or fecal matter is stored in the rectum and intestine. So in the same way, the gravid proglottids are also continuously reaches into the rectum. And finally, the host will be left outside the fecal matter with gravid proglottids on the land. So this is the modes of transmission into man. This is a transmission to man. How the transmission to man? Already when the parasite is present in the person, it will be undergoes copulation, self-fertilization, cross-fertilization due to the folding of strobila, and transmission of exchange of gametes, exchange of sperms, and comes to the ova from the ovaries, ovisacs, and both are combined together into the oviduct. In the oviduct, fertilization maybe takes place, and like this. So now transmission into the secondary host. Secondary host is the pig. How it can be transmitted? When the pig is searching of the food, searching for the purpose of food. When it is contaminated of the fecal matter with proglottids, it will be directly enters into the intestine of pig. So already when it is comes outside from the soil on the land, those fertilized eggs are, in which the fertilized eggs are becoming infective stage, infective forms are there. When the pig is swallowing contaminated fecal matter with proglottids, directly reaches into the intestine, stomach, that there is gastric juices are present, intestinal juices, gastric juices. So by the action of gastric juices, the outer covering is rupturing, dissolved, and in which the larva comes outside. This larva is called as oncosphere larva. And this larva shows 3 pairs of hooks with bladder, is called as hexacantha embryo. Hexacantha embryo means hexa means 6 hooks, 6 cantha means hooks, 6 hooked embryos. So now this 6 hooked embryo, it will be enters into the, along with the blood circulation of pig. And here with the help of hooks, it penetrates into the intestinal wall, and along with the blood circulation, it will be reaches into the, this larva reaches into the particular places of the muscles of the pig. It may be shoulders, neck region, or anywhere in the particular places, they will be reaches and settle down in the particular places of the pig. So how it will be transmission to the final host? This when the man eats, when the man is properly not well cooked pork, flesh of the pig or pork enters into the intestine, stomach and intestine of man. Here by the gastric juices, here they will be shown dissolves cuticles and it shows there is only the terminal layer is inside the and outer covering is the cuticle is present, and in which by the gastric juices, when it is reaches into the intestine of the man of stomach and intestine, the proscolex of the inverted evaginated into the intestine, and by the gastric juices and the intestine juices, by the action of this, and then the proscolex is invaginated and evaginated, and proscolex will be becomes like this, and below the scolex the rostellum and hooks are developed below the scolex, neck is formed, and then again the neck is becoming, it produces step by step, they will be produces segments, and the complete process will be takes nearly first mount, second mount, third mount, fourth mount like this, and here it will be develops into the adult within the 2 to 3 months, that is the 60 to 90 days. And this parasite particularly in the man, approximately its lifespan is 9 to 12 months in the human intestine. Then they will become adult and enlarge the sizes and fully mature, and then again its life cycle will be goes to the like this again. So this is the life cycle. And so how it can be removed from the body of man host? So here what we can say that from these parasites the man may be face some troubles from the stomach, intestinal disturbances, gastrointestinal disturbances, and ulcers, appendix like this, and anemia, and finally the patient will become serious. So therefore when we should take care from these parasites, and they will be suggested, the doctors will be suggested to the albendazole powder and tablets. The adults parasites are removed from our body. Approximately within the 3-4 days or alternate 2-3 days, 2-3 times take albendazole powder or albendazole tablets. They will be suggested. Doctors will be prescribe the medicines, and we should take inside the body along with the water, and 1-2 days all the parasites, different parasites they will becomes outside from the human intestine or human body.